Welcome. So it's Friday. Quite chill stream. I'm currently moving, so it's a bit chaotic, and my energy levels are a bit lower than usual. So I didn't want to start like any big project and just have like a chill evening, printing a bit, working on the V0. And initially, my idea was to fix LEDs because there's some broken LEDs here. But then I noticed like my soldering equipment is already in a new place, so that will be hard. So instead, what we're gonna do, it's like kind of like a last minute change. I still have this lightweight X-axis that I want to use. Hi there, Harlem. And I bought it like, I don't know, like almost a year ago, I think. Like this was in my drawer for a long time. So let's put it in. To do that, I actually need like these little guides to center the linear rail. And that's what we are printing right now. So it will take like another 10 minutes until it's ready. And I would just use the time to just dive into what we need to do to make that work. But I think technically like there's not much needed. Like this should be like just drop-in replacement. Um, the only thing that I'm not concerned about, but so basically the XY joints on the side should just slide on, right? Let me check my so it should just slide on. And then we need to have the nuts from the inside. So in the normal one, these are like the T-nuts for the extrusion. In this case, I think we can just use regular nuts and maybe a washer to fix it inside. I don't think there's anything special needed. But let's quickly check if we find a manual for one of these. I think they're like quite a couple. And then 5 minutes it should be ready, and we can start. So yeah, for this machine, I still have like the CAN bus conversion queued up. I actually have the parts, but yeah, didn't want to start like a huge project today. That's no, that's not what I wanted. Maybe if I search without typo. Yeah, so this is it. Oh, I see printed parts. That's not good. Also, this does need blocks. Well, let's quickly check what we need here. It's chaotic today, like even more chaotic than usual. Hi there, Ravenkeeper. So yeah, it's really like a last minute stream that I planned here. I will also be the last stream in this location actually. Next stream will already be in a new location, but that will. Oop, that was not what I wanted to do. That will take like another 2 weeks until it's all set up and ready. Oh, I'm in the wrong view. So let's see. So this is this block they want us to print. Uh-oh. And this looks like they expect us to use heatset inserts. And I don't have a soldering iron at hand, which is a little bit awkward. So I already removed my soldering stuff. So let's not use that. We'll wing it. I'm pretty sure we can get it in there without that. Hi there, Steve. Today is even more chaotic than usual. I first wanted to fix the broken LEDs, but then I remembered I already moved my soldering iron to a new place, so I can't solder the LEDs. Then I thought like we can install this like Lightwave X-Beam, but now I realize we need printed parts for that need heatset inserts. So off to a good start here. Off to a good start. But yeah, let's print first the alignment guides for the MGN rail. And let's just see if we can use regular nuts to install it. Might be a bit painful to get in there, but I'm pretty sure it works because you can kind of access it from the front. So if we can place a washer and a nut there, I think that should work. Let's see. Once it kicks off printing, it should be like done in a jiffy. Yeah, it is chaotic, hectic days at the moment. Besides that, actually, like this machine, I use it a lot, and it was just printing or is printing fine without any hiccups or like major maintenance needed. It's just like super reliable. You just send a print to it, and you know it will just turn out fine. So the only things I really want to change is the canvas. And that mainly because I'm very annoyed about having to connect the accelerometer with a separate cable. So when you want to do the input shaping, you have to connect like a separate like wire from the back, plug it in the top here, and then you can run the input shaper. It's just like really like a hassle. And I kind of like to run input shaper from time to time just to, belt tension, everything changes a bit over time. So yeah. Lighter, lighter and butter knife to set the insert low. Actually, that would work. Yeah, I'm not creative today. I do have fire and I have screws. Yeah, that's a good one, Ravenkeeper. Let's do that. we MacGyver it. Okay, don't touch the camera. Let's see what is this doing here. Yeah, starts any second. Maybe a pair of nose pliers. I do have those. So basically the only tools I have is what is set on this desk here. Everything else is gone. It's like, yeah, because I also like do like a bit of like building stuff in my new place. I moved most of my tools. Also like I have this like tiny desk vacuum I moved already and stuff like that. So it's really bare bones. It's really bare bones. Let's see. Yeah, so I think the lighter definitely would work. We can use a lighter and then just heat up the screw, push down. 40 millimeter M3 and lighter will work fine. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't have 40, but this should do the trick. I do have all my screws here, so. Catch that. Done it before it works. Yeah, I think I also did that before with some inserts were like in very tight corners. In the V0 toolhead, there's just like one insert in like this like really tight corner where you always touch the wall or the side with your soldering iron. And there, yeah, that's also the solution I use. We are makers, we'll find a way. Yeah, exactly. So now I challenge you. Will you find a way to solder the LEDs with all the soldering iron? I would consider using iron maybe, like like the clothing iron. If you kind of flip it upside down, you can heat up the solder, like put the PCB on, heat up the solder, and like put the wires maybe. But you need to be very careful to not like move the other components. Knife on cooker. Ha. I mean, if you're very quick, maybe. Yeah, this machine runs very nice. I actually upgraded the nozzle at some point. It's now a 0.4 millimeter high flow. That was really limiting the machine actually. Like the normal, I had a problem with the normal 0.4 millimeters with it clogging all the time. And then I ordered a replacement. I was like, yeah, let's just opt for the high flow. And it's really like noticeable difference. And the other benefit is that if I now set in Orca Slicer, I always configure my max flow rate per filament. And because the the switch wire has a high flow as well, I updated the configs basically for switch wire, and then this machine had under extrusion because the standard 0.4 millimeter couldn't push as much plastic. That was the other main reason why I wanted to have a high flow on this machine. Just convenience. Sent you a screenshot. So what's new V0? Oh yeah, that was SVO8 Mini, right? Oh yeah, Steve, yeah. 0.8 Mini. Let's add a Sovo because we don't want an excavator. um,
Exciting news. Exciting.
looks sweet. Yeah, but it's a bit bigger than the V0, but I think it's actually like quite a sweet spot size wise. It's 150, I assume, right? Is this a printed part here? No, it's not. This looks a bit weird. Like it's a prototype. It's looked a bit like a printed part, but then like the rest is all super smooth. I don't think there's any more info at the moment. No, I mean it's also the only link that really popped up on YouTube, on Google. But it looks good. And it doesn't have the cantilevered bed. Like it has two lead screws left and right. So that's also like a bit more stable setup than the V0. Not that the V0 isn't working, but I think that's a better setup. But yeah, it makes. I mean, actually, like I think the V0 also has enough space to do that. But yeah, it looks pretty sweet. Let's see. Like I kind of considered getting a second V0, which is like not ABS oriented, but more for PLA. Maybe that's also an option. 150 by 150 and beacon type sensor. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's. I mean, the 120 is pretty good for the most part. But sometimes I wish I would have like 1 centimeter more. But I guess then, like if it's 150, I would also wish sometimes it's like 1 centimeter more. I think that's quite a like moving goalpost. So like the 120, like I was very concerned at the beginning, but like to be honest, most of the parts are super fine with it. Like I mean, I mostly really print like really small things, as it turned out. It can Z-tilt then. Yeah, it can, but not fully, right? Because it's only two axes, or like two lead screws, so you still need to level the bed, I think. Yeah, you still need to level it because you can only like fix this orientation, but not this orientation basically. Really want a salad fork after building a trident. The Z-tilt is so nice. Yeah, it's pretty cool that you don't have to adjust it. But yeah, like the trident has like 3 lead screws, right? And the SVO8 Mini only has 2, so you don't have to full Z-tilt adjust basically. Would rather have 2.4 than Trident. Had both, and 2.4 is better for me, so changing the Trident to 2.4 with higher Z. Yeah, I'm also like yeah, Steve, we talked about like next year. I'm also considering getting like a 2.4 as a tool changer. But yeah, I first want to finish up the self-made machine to a state where it's printing okay. That's like a functional printer. So that's next year the priority for me. Um, yeah, like once I moved, I have more free time again to like sit down and design CAD. Um, so that will be fun. I mean, it's almost there. Like it's printing. It's just like we need to figure out what the problem is with the rough surfaces. The rest is kind of okay. To be honest, I think that's already, we can take those parts already. They will do just fine. Let's kick that out and then print these right away. Oh, I still didn't update my Orca and it has this annoying error all the time. Yeah. That's what you get for using betas for the entire time. Yep. Oh, now it uploaded anyways. Okay. Here we go. How long will this take? 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Let's quickly do some look ahead and check for the manual. But I think they don't provide the manuals, just like the parts. There's nothing else written here. It just has the printed part link here, 3DO. It's thread holes, so there's nothing else we need to do. Yeah, since I have this one, actually, I'm a huge fan of CNC parts. Like the tulip mount for Switchwire is really nice. It looks cool, and I have the feeling it's like way more solid. Then you can try the 48 volt in the 2.4, seeing as it made very little difference to the end wire. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. So my expectations for the 48 volts were much higher than what actually turned out to be the case. And I think the problem, but like I saw like lots of videos on YouTube with like bed slingers with 48 volts having like really good performance. But it's a different like movements like system, right? Because it's like Y is independent and X is independent. And I feel like that the Core XZ is kind of limiting that a bit. I still didn't like figure out like I have to sit down and just play around with it a bit more. Just checking if there's some settings that are wrong or like something like that. But yeah, so far it doesn't seem to make a huge difference. Like it's faster, but it's not really like massive impact. The interesting part would be, maybe this is also something we can do on stream, is like just play around with the y-axis. So one of the reasons why I did the 48 volts or wanted to do it was that I maybe want to switch out the bed of the ender wire. Because at the moment I have the Creality bed, but there's like nicer, thicker aluminum beds that are like more flat. Like mine is horribly crooked. Although with the new like bed level sensor, it actually works quite well. Like since I had the ender from day one, I had problems with the prints not being properly, like the first layer is not properly even. Now with the sensor, like it's the first time ever that like I have perfect first layers. And it doesn't really matter like how much I tune it, like just like a rough tune is enough. And like it looks nice. So maybe the BL Touch was the problem all along. So since that works now, like my need for a new bed is a lot lower. But yeah, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to have 48 volts was that I can have a heavier bed. So maybe it would be interesting to see how the accelerations change when you use 24 versus 48 volts with weight on the bed. So what happens if we just like slap a kilogram of weight to the bed? Like how much does it cost us in acceleration? That would be interesting because like for me it's really easy to like switch between 24 and 48 volts, right? Because I have the identical power supplies for 24 and 48 volts, so it's literally like 5 minutes to just switch the two power supplies and that's it. And then we are back at 24 volts. But yeah, for the 2.4, what I've seen is that people use 48 volts for the Z because if you have a tool changer, it needs to go to the dock on top, and that takes quite a long time if you go slow. So I've seen, I think, 1 or 2 people that use 48 volts on Z to basically bring the tool head up a lot quicker, to the tool changer position basically. So yeah, maybe I go 48 volts with this one. I mean, this is really like not a permanent thing, right? Like I have the 4, yeah, now think about it. I have 4 stepper drivers that can do 48 volts, and I have the power supply. So if I would do the tool changer, maybe I just put the 2209 TMC steppers back in the ender wire, and I move the 5160s to the 2.4, including the power supply. So yeah, it's really like now it's there, but as the impact's not very big, like maybe I just put it somewhere else in the future. I can second that my 2.4 is full CNC and it's solid and printed well. Yeah, I think the print parts are really good. I don't think you need it fully, to be honest. It's nice, but I think for me the tool head mount is the most important so far. It's also something for this one I would consider, like if we switch, there's like this like little bracket in the back where the tool head connects to the linear rail, and I kind of consider um, swapping that part for CNC as well, as it gives so much more like rigidity. Basically, the tool head cannot like turn as easily around the axis anymore. Let's see, where are we? 9 minutes, okay. I think we can up the speed a bit. Let's see. But yeah, like I really bought this like I think a year ago, so it's about time to put it in. And then we can also double check all the belts, of course. I mean, they will be different anyways afterwards because we have to loosen them. But then we can also use the belt tension meter to put that all in a proper alignment. And the only thing we need to do then is we definitely need to run input shaper. That means we also have to pull the cable to the front to quickly do the input shaper run. But then it should be smooth sailing, I hope. Let's see. But yeah, so I already mentioned this will be definitely the last stream in this place. It already looks quite empty. I moved like I would say half my stuff already to a new place. Everything that I don't need like on a weekly basis, and the soldering iron, I already moved. And yeah, I think I need like at least another 2 weeks to make it like streamable, I would say. Because I don't get the kitchen before the 2nd of December. And before I don't get the kitchen, I can't really put up a lot of furniture in the living room because the guys need quite a lot of space to put it up. So yeah, I think the first stream would then be the not this, yeah, somewhere mid-December is most likely the next stream then. So we'll have a bit of a gap, but it's also I wanted to stream today again. Although I'm like very little, yeah, very little preparation was done. And then, yeah, Christmas also is coming up then immediately, so there might also be a week without stream there. But after that, it should be back to our like weekly rhythm. And then my focus will definitely be the Poor Man's Corksy to get this up and running. And after that, we can start the 2.4 project. In a new place, I planned the space already for the 2.4. There's a designated spot for it. So we can start building it then. The other thing, like so, the designated spot is inside of a cabinet. So I'm a little bit concerned about that because technically it has a door that can close, but it might get too warm inside. So I might add like ventilation or something there. It's actually so I have then it's two kitchen cabinets basically next to each other where I want to place. I need to see most likely the 2.4 and the V0 and the poor man's Corks Y. Like the V0 and the poor man sharing basically one, and the 2.4 being in its own. And I thought about installing like a Nevermore Max. That would be actually also like a super fun project. Nevermore Max. Stealth Max is I think the final one. Yeah, this one? Is it this one? Let me quickly check. There's a big one. Oh yeah, it's these are the official ones. But what is the mini? What is micro? What is max? Very confused. Which one do I have? Is this a new version or something? Oh, this is pretty recent. Okay. Oh, micro. Yeah, that's the one I have. Micro. I was looking at this picture and I was like, oh, this is not mine. This one is mine. I have the V5 Duo. There's also V6, I think, by now. Yeah, V6 here. There's a newer one. But yeah, so sorry for the detour, but there's the Stealth Max. What I was thinking, like having the two kitchen cabinets next to each other, basically just like connecting them by having like I don't know, like 140 fan or something, just pushing air. And then having this one basically as an exhaust vent, that basically all the air in the cabinets are is pulled out basically, but then also filtered before it's pulled out. So that might be quite a cool thing. Easier to vent the door to air purifier. There also is the option, right? So like air purifier, but technically this is an air purifier, right? Like air purifier is not much more than like a active carbon filter, which is exactly that. And this one I saw. Mm, I have actually like I was a bit zoned out here. I have no clue what Nevermore Scorch is. I use the carbon, but not the Nevermore, but like a different one. Um, but this one is a closed loop system, so maybe that's a problem then. Yeah, they are all closed loop systems, but yeah, that's something for like the planning. Um, but what I wanted to say exactly, there's a smart version even with a controller where it basically measures the air quality. So with this, it kind of becomes like a full-fledged like smart air purifier. So it would be quite a cool project to just build this and have like all the printers basically vent their exhaust through that in a certain sense. Um, Maybe you then don't even need to have like individual Nevermores for each printer, and just like because they're like in one enclosure, and the enclosure kind of has Nevermore, maybe that is enough. Oh, there's even a display work in progress. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's on my list. But it would be like after the 2.4 most likely. First we need a printer, and then we can build a massive Massive Nevermore for it. It looks pretty cool. I like it. I feel like the one I have, the micro V4 micro, it doesn't look as no V5. That's a V5. It doesn't look as cool as the newer ones. Maybe we also upgrade this one at some point, just for the looks. Where are we? 40 seconds, almost there. Before I take it apart, let's first make sure that we can actually put the heatset inserts. That's my main concern. If we get the heatset inserts in there, we can take it apart. Then I'm fairly certain everything works fine. Yep. That's quite hot. Who would have thought? I think that's the first stream where we print all parts on stream. Let's see what we can do here. So basically we need to have 8 in total. That would be fun. Let's make sure to heat it good. Wouldn't have been much better with the soldering iron. But you have to be very, very quick. That screw will get very hot. I can totally confirm that. But the good thing is, I have many. We can switch the screw. Actually, this is like safer. Like it's very hard to screw up, I think, because they kind of like run out of energy as you push them in. Let's use 2 screws and like cycle between them. I feel like I should heat them a little bit more, like they're kind of running out of steam. Yeah, this one was like butter, because here there's like tiny bit of like it stands out tiny bit. Let's actually try if we can. Just a hair. We need more than 2 screws to cycle between. They don't cool that quickly. That's one block done. I mean, that works. I wouldn't want to do like 100 like that, but for 8, that's fine. You know, like other people have their like dedicated heats and insert like jigs, and I use screws and a lighter. That's it. Oop, hot. So this should kind of fit in here. It's tight, but I guess that's the idea. This one is less tight. Oh, this is the one where like 2 are standing out a bit. So it's quite a snappy fit. It's actually not the worst, to be honest. Like it doesn't slide around, will make the installation a bit easier. This one falls out. So that's it. Actually, it would have been cool to print these in the red color, in the accent color. Well, yeah, black works as well. Okay. Let me quickly shut down the machine. Let's be nice. I have like a wonderful view of my light. Okay. Let me park the door. Actually, I added these handles a while ago. They're really nice. I love them. Like it makes it so much easier to pick up the machine. It's just like perfect. Hot. Everything's hot. Okay. There's so much dirt in here. Like I'm a bit annoyed I don't have my vacuum cleaner. It would be like a perfect opportunity to just like clean out all the little bits. Okay, so how do we start it? I think the first step would be just to remove the tool head. I ideally don't want to undo this cable because it's just like an absolute pain every time. I mean, let's try it. If it comes out. Here we go. Okay. This plug is straight from hell. Let's remove the tool head. I really need to get 120 to 180 printer. So handy to move around. More than enough size for 90% of the ABS prints. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly why I have this machine, in a certain sense. Yeah, like really, like most parts I print are like super small. Like seriously, I think like the um, last part I printed was that's no, I need this one. Um, I have for my bike, I have this like small cap, and I constantly lose it. I constantly lose it. Um, and it's just like a 5 minute thing to print on this machine. It's like very nice. Just like to like see like, oh, the cap is gone again. And then I just use my app to start a print job already because it's like always in recent files basically. Like I'm not losing it every week, but like every 4 or 5 weeks. And then basically by the time I biked home, it's already done, and I can just like install it right away. Not sure what they do to those cable connectors, but my lord, they are impossible to remove. Yeah, these ones are horrible. Like, I'm looking forward to not having this cable. I mean, like the ones with four are super fine. It's just like the more pins, the more horrible, basically. I didn't work on this machine for a really long time. Okay. Let's just try to keep the belts as is, ideally. I don't think we have to remove anything belt related. Like we need to remove this block here. We can already do that. Nope. Oh, I think I never used this one, this small one. They also come out very easy here. I'm not sure if we applied thread lock here. Okay. Try to get these out. I don't want to leave them in, I want to say, because like I'm afraid of losing them. I'm pretty sure I still have, but you know what? We can actually just loosen the tension completely here. We have a bit more because we have to redo the tension anyways. Yep. Here we go. Okay. That's my beautiful Highwind rail. They really used like high quality parts in this kit. That's the LDO kit, by the way. Should give it a minor service while you have it all out. Yeah, I should. You mean the do you mean the rail or the printer as a whole? Now the question is, and I totally forgot about that. That is not coming apart like that. Because these have like little notches in. I thought I can just like push it out now, but that's not the case. So we do need to remove these as well. Grease rails and thread Z. For Z, there's no grease on there because it's a Teflon nut, Teflon lead screw. Here we can add a bit of grease. But first, we need to get it out. I really don't want to disassemble the belts. It would be like a whole nother level of pain. But we definitely have to remove the XY joints here. Yep. Yeah, we have to remove the belts. There's no way around that. Because the belts now also like kind of keep it like perpendicular. Okay. Yeah, now my idea was like to kind of like rotate it, but you cannot do that because of the belts. Yeah, so we need to, let's not loosen it here. That's absolute death. I think the best bet is let's first pull it off the rails. But yeah, see, even off the rails, like you cannot really like rotate that because like one belt goes to the back and one belt to the front. But I don't want to open the loop here. Will you be able to rack it with the belts on? Yeah, like I can I cannot twist it. But I also don't want to like create absolute total chaos. So the next step would be to remove the front idler here. I guess. With the front idler gone, let's remove this corner. If we remove one corner, we will have a lot of belt to work with. And then we should also be able to pull it out. Let's do that. Okay, this becomes a bigger operation than I thought it would be. I want the chill stream. The LEDs would have been chill. Let's do it, yeah. Okay. So, there's this like red thingy here. Let me quickly add dab of glue there. I'm super annoyed by that sliding down all the time. Okay. That should be fixed. Okay. So I kind of want to have the screw out, but I don't want to pull it out to lose the idler, basically. This screw we can get out. Yep. Yeah, this is now loose. Oh, there's a second. I wonder if there's like something else holding this in place. I don't remember there being something else. I mean, from the front, there's the belt. Oh, there's a second screw. Okay, check. Let's see if we can. Okay, seems like we need to remove. Okay, let's remove. It's getting more and more. Let's remove the head. Or maybe we don't have to remove it. I just need to quickly loosen the screw here. Now we fix this back in place. Yeah, the problem is with the belts, if you remove them, because you have to cut them flush, it's like close to impossible to like get them back in this spot. So I really try to, man, there's a lot of dust in here. I really try, like this is like death. Like if you remove them, that's absolute death. So removing the front corners, I think the least pain. The only thing we need to do is we need to pay attention to not drop the stack here. Like I don't want to drop this. Okay, but now, yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Oh, we wouldn't even have to remove the front corner. This would have been enough to remove this one here. I didn't even remove it, I just loosened it. Because now we can pull it out. So this would not have been necessarily need to be removed. Oh, it needs to be removed because we need the belt length to do this. But yeah. Put it aside. Okay, this was more disassembly than I hoped for, but it's not too bad. I don't have stoppers for the linear rail, so let's pay attention what we're doing there. Oh yeah, there's this nut bar that came with the kit. Okay, let's just drop this stuff in here. Cable ties. Oh yeah, that's a good one, Steve. Let's use cable ties. Wait. Oh yeah, that is a good one. Not much of a difference. Like this is already very light. I mean, this is lighter, but it's not. It primarily looks cool. Not gonna lie. That's the main reason. Okay. But I think Steve, you also have a point here with the linear rail. Let's do a bit of maintenance. Let me just clean first what we have. Now the question. Okay, I quickly have to grab grease. I'm back in a sec. Oh yeah. That's from the switch wire, the key bag alternative. I actually looked for that the other day. Yeah, we got some dirt off for sure. It's actually, there's like a lot of like, I mean, it's kind of what it's designed to do, but there's like a lot of dust here. So, which is good because it didn't get inside the bearing, but let's try to. Okay, now the question, how do we want to grease that? I think this will be messy, but one solution is basically you push grease into the one of the screw holes. And now you see it kind of starts coming out left and right here. Here's a bit more difficult to see, but you see here. So now it's packed again. Yeah, it's a big difference from the noise. So definitely worthwhile doing. It's just the downside of this method is now you have a complete hole just like clogged with grease. Let's make sure to not get alcohol anywhere close of the carriage because we don't want to degrease our freshly greased carriage. Okay. Cleaned and greased. Thank you, Steve, for suggesting. That's a good idea. To be honest, now I'm considering, yeah, but if we now take off the Y, that's like absolute pain. If we take these off, I don't think it's super easy to reattach them. Because we have these LED strips. I mean, you could also remove those, but no, let's leave them. They sound like they could need a bit of lube. Oh, these are only clipped. I remember. I don't want to break the LED holders now. So, oh, sorry, you don't even see that, right? So there's this LED bar here. Because if this wouldn't be here, we can use our spacer jig to later position this again. So it shouldn't be like big deal to remove them. But I'm not sure what the trick was to remove these LED bars. I don't want to break them. Yeah, okay. That's not, this will end in disaster. So these we just leave. They don't sound horrible. So it's okay. Let's focus on the task at hand. So let's reattach that. Let me all get all these like big corner pieces out here. And I can actually see. So we use these 2 socket head screws. Everything is tiny in V0 land. Okay. They had a very short life. Let's fully focus on not dropping the block. I'm not fully tightening them. Now I should remember the pattern that we used, but I think it was like this, 2 in the center and then 1 free each. There should be, yeah. Okay, so this should make sure that the linear rail is nice and center. That looks good. So on this side, we need to pay a bit of attention. The block is like sliding around a bit. This one doesn't slide, this one does a bit, so might be a bit tricky. Okay, let me give one more shot to removing these LEDs. Because I think the back part is glued to the, like this clip is, sorry. So this LD, and there's like a back, 2 back pieces that connect to the thing, and they're 100% certainly just clipped. Okay. Exactly. Whew. Okay, well then we have to remove this panel here as well. Fun, fun, fun. Oh, I have to remove the corners, okay. Thought it could slide down, but oh, let me oop it out. And now we can. Whew, okay. Nope. Fix that. So the last one free. Yeah, and then two in the center. Yeah. Let me also get this top part of the Nevermore out before I forget it, and then like flip the printer over. I did my best. Not good enough. I also have a random screw here. Let's do the same cable tie trick again. When I just put the cable tie in the wrong way, that doesn't like lock in. That's good enough for just preventing it from starting off. Yeah, let's get both out, and then we do like the greasing in one go. I had my I had a flat tire this week on my bike, which was quite annoying. I brought it to a bike repair shop and I fixed it in a jiffy. It was not a big problem. But then I was like, because I was already there and I have the bike now for like 3,000 kilometers, I was like asking them, oh, there's also nut bars. Amazing. Okay. Um, I was also asking them just to like, like general check, just maintenance, just to see like if there's something wrong, everything is like correctly set. And then they did that, and then yeah, afterwards I was asking like if something was wrong, and then the mechanic started talking about that the belt, because I have like a belt, I have a belt instead of a chain. And the mechanic started talking about that the belt being like too like that, like it seems to him that it was like there was too much tension on the belt, but the app said it was okay. So it turns out bike mechanics do exactly what we do on 3D printers. They just like plug the belt and they have an app to measure the hertz. And that's how they tension the belts. I found it quite amusing. So there's nothing more professional there than what we do in our hobby, 3D printing. Actually, just soaked it a bit. Ooh, good fumes. Good fumes. Yeah, it's quite funny. Like, I mean, it's not funny. It's like you put the alcohol in it, and like that, it's like it runs much smoother because there's no more grease in it. This one's still a bit stiff. Yeah, maybe it's just a bit stiffer. Okay, let's give this one the chance to dry a second, and let's start packing this one. Same approach. With this one, it's much easier. The Highwind rail had like this like groove on the back, and then like that's where the grease squeezed out. But now you see it's like super clean. Maybe you don't see because it's quite far away. Super clean, but then you see left and right, the grease comes out. And that's a freshly greased rail. And besides cleaning up the screw hole, this method works really well. Okay, that's number one. Actually, like when the print is back together, let's check in Mainsail how many print hours this has. Would be curious. I think it's like around 1,000, maybe. Okay. All cleaned up. Not fully tightening that yet. And I'm skipping the last screw for now because it's a bit awkward to get in. Which one is it? This one. Okay. Let's make sure this rail is center. Okay. Let me put in the last one here at the end. Okay. That's the first one. Important, the label needs to be upright, no? Otherwise it doesn't work. Check that like it's aligned with the holes. Okay. Same as on the other side. Let's skip the one on the back. It was kind of predictable. Okay. Sure, this is straight. And then tighten two. And there should be one more. Okay. So These are back in. Let's clip the lights back. Doesn't seem like that the way in is easier than the way out. Here you go. The rear one is not in yet. Here we go. Okay. Then let's put this back together. So I'm just gonna quickly add a zip tie around here. Just if we don't have any accidents. Yeah, so this one is the loose one. Let's do this one first. Because one side we can, or we don't have to, we can't tighten it. Let's put it like this. But we should be able to already kind of put the screws in. So I'm just using this as a marker. Now one would need to remember which screws go in here. I assume it's these ones because I have quite a couple of these. Yeah, seems like a winner. Yeah, it would have been cool to have these blocks in red. Oh, it's not tighten yet. No, this should still somewhat slide around. Not a lot, tiny bit. Okay. Yeah, there's not a lot of space to slide around. Okay. Because the original part has quite a lot of wiggle room there. Okay, we lost a random screw. Not sure where the screw came from. Oh, I think there's a short screw on the bottom. I put now a long one on the other side. Let's quickly check if this screw. Yeah, this is long enough. So this one should also be a short one. There we have one. If all the screws are gone at the end, that's a good sign. Okay, now we first have to tighten them to the outside. Because then basically this, I mean, with this beam here, like there's no way for the screws to fully adjust because they go through like a 3 mm hole basically. So let me just quickly check that all the belts are still in place. Yeah. And this goes here. And this goes here. Now let's put our front corner back in place. Oh, I think before we can tighten this, yeah, this needs to be back here. Oh, no, the back one isn't tightened. That's a bit of a puzzle. So we definitely first have to tighten the one here, because otherwise this is not working. I mean, the front one we can leave loose. This one needs to be. And I know this is a very sensitive part here, so I should not force it too much, is what I said while forcing it a lot. Like this tends to break here. I had that break before. Okay. That's just like. And all screws are gone. That's good. All the big ones at least. Oh. Yeah. Here we go. That's one thing I really don't like about the V0 is like these sliding nuts. I think mine are just like I printed them a little bit too small. And that's why they're sliding around. So Make sure the belt path is okay. Whew, okay, step by step. Then let's put the XY joints back in place. Less and less screws in my bucket here. Perfect. Yeah, and I have exactly left what I still need. Okay. Last four. For these, let's add a little bit of thread locker. I think that's recommended. Recommended thing to do here. Just need to be a bit careful with the printed part, because ABS and the thread locker don't like each other that much. Oh, it's the wrong one. So let's try not to smear that and everywhere. And let's not use like a lot, just a tiny bit. Something is not quite okay yet. But maybe when we tension everything, it should be fine. Like there's like some thing here. Okay, cool. Let me quickly get this out before I smear thread locker everywhere. Okay. Yeah, I think the belt jumps some teeth or something. Okay, so let's just make sure this is kind of like pushed to the back. Let's actually use the belt tension meter. We quickly need to check the value for the V0 because I don't know that by heart. GitHub belt tension meter. Uh, 1.8 to 2.2. So we aim for 2, as always. Okay. Yeah, this one is a bit awkward because if you have it from the bottom, the belt tension meter touches the extrusion here, and then it changes the belt path a bit so that the reading is off. So you kind of have to read it upside down and drop it. That's always good. Okay. I mean, the other option would be just to put the printer to the back, but hey, why do it easy if you can do it hard? Here you go. That's 2. Let's just quickly double check the other side. Yeah, okay, this is not too much. They do influence each other. Oops. Okay, really inconsistent readings right now. Okay, this one is 2 again. Let's there's still a filament. Okay. Alright, wait, we can just remove the filament. There's something. Nothing stopping us from doing that. Just flip to the side. And also all the dirt falls out. That's also very convenient. And you can't see anything, but I can see much easier. That's pretty spot on. You know what? Let's shake it and see what falls out. A lot of dirt. And 2 nozzles, but a lot of dirt primarily. Look at all this stuff. It's all fell out. Panels. I think this is okay. Like it's also racked. Like if I push one side back, like the other one also connects. So that's perfect. There's still like this like weird. I have that with like a couple of my printers actually. That there's like one spot where it's like you push it, it's like constant like resistance, and it's like a valley basically where like the resistance goes down here. Not sure what this is. Okay. But it all feels good. So I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, let's put the panels on next. Start with this one where we removed everything. Like in retrospect, I'm not sure why we removed everything here. We could have gotten away with like removing a little bit less, I think. Let's be smart. Oh yeah, now that I see it again, like I'm still annoyed. You see the color difference between this one and this one? Like these extrusions have slightly different colors. There's a couple of these that came from the because I had the 0.1, one of the 0.2, but one of the first. And seemingly, like what it is, like they basically gave me 0.1, and then included the upgrade kit already straight away. Is it on the back? No, this one goes here. And yeah, then basically the extrusions were like different batches, most likely, and the color is a little bit different. I never thought about it until since I built it until now, so I guess it's not too bad. Is that correct? No, these are on the bottom. That's not correct. Oh, it is correct. Wait. Let's quickly check the other side. Yeah, long ones, short ones. Yeah, no, it's correct. It's correct. I just wonder because I have two more nuts. Oh, there's the center one. I totally forgot about this one. And this one. Center, center. Oh, wait, that's incorrect. This one goes here and this goes there. They have like a different edge. They're almost the same, but not quite. Print the clips from Annex for the panel makes removing them easier. Yeah, I know there's the clips. But to be honest, like I removed the panels like basically never. So yeah, I know there are better clips, but I'm not sure if it's worth the effort. Actually, was on my to-do list. Like when I initially built this printer, I wanted to swap out the clips, but then I never did. And by now it's like, yeah. This is literally the first time I removed these panels. The back panel I remove more frequently. But to be honest, once CAN is installed, I also won't remove the back panel because the reason why I removed the back panel is to get the stupid ribbon cable for the accelerometer. Okay. Yeah, that's this side. Like, no clue. There's like a wavy scratch or something in there. No clue. That's not. That's not center. Okay. I have one clip over. Which clip did we miss? Oh, the bottom one here. I don't think the printer would have worked without this one. That's it. I hate this cable. Well, now we have this left. So, I mean, and this. And a couple screw. Oh yeah, these were the nuts on the side holding it. But yeah. So it took us 2 hours. Wow. And we have a lot of trash left. I would call this like a maintenance as well. I should also change the carbon for like full maintenance. It's like the oil change basically. That's it. Let's print something. Just quickly double check that I didn't, because I let go of that absolute mistake. I let go of the end. Just double check that I didn't overcross it. Did we ever tighten these? No, we did not. Fun. That would have been maybe an important step. Uh-oh, this one doesn't grip. Hmm, that's awkward. So this one screw from the bottom neither goes in nor goes out. The other side is fine. Don't hit your printer. Okay, so it's out. Let's try a longer one actually. If I have something at hand. I do. How convenient. Because yeah, yeah. This one no grips. Let's also replace the other side. Because I remember they were like really like 2 turns and they were like tight. So I think they're just like tad short. Hmm. Here, get this out. Do we get it back in? Okay, so this one we can we can tighten it, but we cannot remove it. So I think then we leave this one. Nah, okay. Well, no, no, it also doesn't grip anymore. Amazing. Boring cube. Benches are boring. Well, let's first figure the screw out. And that doesn't want to go anywhere. They're not magnetic, are they? They are magnetic. I wonder if I can use a magnet to pull it out. Can I maybe... I don't think I can reach it there. Nah. Ha! Hitting your printer does work. Okay, the only thing I just noticed, and I'm not quite sure if this is something caused by us now or if that was already there. Oh, there's a tiny crack here. And I know I had that before. And it's not something we're gonna fix now, but most likely this means we have to replace this part relatively soon. See if maybe there's a CNC part for that. Because this is the second time I think. I remember this happened before. Let's fire it up. Oh, we forgot the cam lock. And the door. Oh god. But it's also something. Let's fix this quickly. I'm very annoyed about this. Like, this is very woolly. It's like not premium. Because this is like put in here with like VHP tape, and that's not really nice. I'm not sure if this was the intention, to be honest. So I installed it. Seabird has a full V0 CNC kit. Okay, so the parts exist. Let's fix this. This annoys me for a long time already. This is the first time I have VHB tape not coming off cleanly. Just quickly double check that the magnets are in the correct orientation. Yep, they are. Okay. Doesn't seem like it comes off. Let's just put glue on top. No, maybe not. Yeah, not really. So my plan is, let's add super glue here. And then this should just snap in the right position and should glue itself. It would be better if we would have all the magnets here though. Let me quickly grab my magnet box. 1 second. Lots of magnets. See what we need here. They're too tall. That seems like a match. Oh no, they're too short. I need the other ones. Yeah. And to be honest, how many? I have 4 of the thinner ones. Maybe let's try to get out the ones here. So these are like 3mm tall. Let's put in 2mm tall ones. Then it's more flush if they come out. Because I think they really much like their new spot. And the other ones are for sure in there with super glue. So Yeah, it's moving, I think. No, it's definitely moving. There we go. Hmm. There we go. Cool. Okay. Then, so my plans now, we have the magnets here. We have, yeah, these are less tall. Oh, these are super glued together. Amazing. So one more. There's one. I lost the magnet. One of the very tiny ones. Okay. So let's make sure that they're in the right position. And I'll just add like a black dot on each. We should not see the black dot. So basically we super glue them in, then we do a test fit, and then we add super glue to the magnet outsides, and then we put it down. And then everything should be nice and not wobbly. Okay. Yeah, perfect. And because like the ones inside are now like a little bit like under flush, now it's like there's no gap here. So super glue time. Dom, sorry, I also focused on my stuff. I totally missed you. Put a fan on the glue as it dries to reduce the fog. You mean on the panel? That's a good one, actually. Good that I rate that. My stacks of magnets also have the all super glue stack. Yeah, I think for everyone. Do I have a fan? I don't have a fan. Okay, off we go. I might get a little bit like white. That's true. Neo has finally fixed the Warren Trident by looks of the thumbnail. Oh, it didn't see the video yet. Do I have everything, anything fan? Oh, you know what? We can. Let's do the following. Oh, you know, it would have helped to actually plug it in. I will just put it quickly here. if that works, like this, and then we just let the Nevermore blow on it for like a couple of minutes while we prepare the print. Don't touch it though. Okay, let's put these back in. Now there's fan. Not super stable, but okay. Print time. Steve, you said Warren Cube. We still have to do the input shaper. Let's do a Warren Cube, but let's do like not full size Warren Cube. Like a baby Warren Cube. It's a mini Warren Cube for a mini printer. Let's give this a minute. By the way, I'm like a huge fan of VHP tape. Like we have at our entrance store like this like sensor on top, like it's an automatic door, so there's like a sensor that like opens the door, and some talented person, it wasn't me, I have no clue who it was, seemingly carried something in like big into the house and like knocked off the sensor on top. And like it's this like plastic part basically, it's just a clip that broke basically. And I used the one and only VHP tape to put it up like 2 weeks ago, and it just holds the sensor up without any problem. Like it's like super cold at the moment, like it's like around 0 degrees. Sensor is still up. It was raining and storming. VHP tape. Like I got this. This is my first roll of VHP tape. I got it with the printer, with the kit here. I now have like a big roll with a like wider. I use it for everything. It's amazing. You use VHP tape like some people use duct tape. Before I put VHP tape there, the sensor was held up by duct tape. So, and the duct tape did not hold. It did not hold. The VHP tape, I mean, it looks basically as nothing would have ever happened. Yeah, duct tape looks always like duct tape. But besides that, like it's just holds. Like it's amazing. I mean, it's super expensive, but okay, that's. Oh, this is so. Huh? No, it still is wiggly. It's better, but it's not. Oh, sad. It's better, but it's not. Ah, okay. At some point, this needs to have permanent fix. Okay, let's do the following. I will quickly put the printer on the floor because this table is not suitable for input shaper. So it's on the floor. I will do my best to not touch it with my feet. We forgot something. And by we, I mean me. Remember when I or how I like complained about having to open the back when I want to do input shaper tuning? Yeah, we didn't do that yet, right? So let's open the back. I usually have the cable like sitting up here, but seemingly dropped down. No, no, no. I dropped the nut. Okay, disaster. Yeah, this is, oh, sorry. When I'm in Orca in this like view, like my shortcuts don't work. So there's this like dreaded ribbon cable. And usually I have it always just like here behind the bells. And then I kind of like store it like this. But for some reason now it where it wasn't there. Then you can just pull it in basically, plug it in and then put it back there. And you don't have to open the back. But yeah, this will be CAN bus soon. Just for this cable. That's awesome. Hmm. Oh, I lost it. Okay, see if you want, I print the different clips. This is annoying. Especially this one. Not sure what the problem is with this one. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to take this white ribbon cable, pull it out far enough. Yeah, let's not do that while it's turned on. Let's not have any disasters. Okay. I know some people also leave that connected the entire time. I'm not sure if that's the best. Are you either? Okay, let me put it on. And then we can say input, and we need to home first. No, it's just shaper, calibrate. Okay. Now it's calibrated. Time to relax. Yeah, it was so far it went quite smooth, to be honest. Like, it was a bit more disassembly than I thought, but besides that, nothing too major. And we got a couple of nuts for free, so we should have done like input shaper before we changed it, just to see if there's a difference. But to be honest, like, because it take apart so much, I'm not quite sure how like representative like the comparison would be, because like I'm never sure if it's like perfect in a certain sense. Like there can always be like some imperfections. Time for coffee. A bit late for coffee. I'm not one for having coffee at 8. But I am tired. I'm not gonna lie. I love late coffee. Late latte. No, like I actually like so a couple of years ago I was like always drinking like a lot of coffee at work, also in the afternoon. And I stopped doing that, and I noticed that I sleep a lot better since I not drink coffee in the afternoon. So usually like I have two coffees in the morning, I guess, and like one after lunch, and then I don't drink any coffee anymore. Today I actually had zero, which might explain explain why I'm tired. That was X, I think. Yeah, that was X. Now we do Y. I did think, let's see, almost there. I typically have one in the morning and one after lunch. Yeah, maybe my problem was that I had five over the day or something. I only stick to egg. What changes have you made before doing input shaper? I finally installed the lightweight X-axis, and we did some maintenance on the fly. Basically, we re-greased the rails, cleaned everything, and we glued the handle. We did glue the handle, so minor changes. I don't expect any change from the lightweight X-axis. Man, I don't expect any big changes there. Like it's like you save. I think maybe on the bigger ones it makes more sense, but compared to a standard extrusion, you save like 15 grams or something. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I bought it like a while ago, like a year ago or something, and now we had the opportunity to install it. It looks cool, so I'm all for that. Yeah, but I think technically it doesn't really make a difference. It could be an issue. Yeah, maybe. 3 more. Or does go to, he makes it 5% faster. At least. Other people suggest it's around 10% per AD. In which case, this machine is extremely fast. Cool. Let's print our mini. Um, let's quickly check. So yeah, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. So X is fine. It recommends MZV, but for Y it recommends 2-hump EI. That's not okay. That's not okay. Let me quickly make the graph for that. And I always forget the command. Let me check if I have it in the. That's not nice. So most likely something is loose or not aligned. But it could also be the cracked part that I spotted. And that might most likely be the reason. Okay, let's quickly check. I don't remember the command. But I fear it's just a cracked part and that's why it's loose. Where's that's not the page. Ah, here. Sorry, that was the one. Somewhere at the bottom, it says this one here. Okay, let me quickly plot it out for. One second, something's wrong here. Sorry. I'm not ready to share the terminal. Oh. Okay, it's calibrating. 1 second. I will have a pretty graph in a second. Here we go. Here we go. So there's something wrong here for sure. So this is like a massive spike here. Like the first one, this one is okay. This is what we need. But this nonsense here is not good. So there's something loose. Let's do like a very quick check on screws. So it could be anything on the y-axis. I don't think it's anything on X. So it must be X doesn't have the problem, so it must be something with the rails. Let me quickly disable the steppers. So basically, we're looking for something that would be moving when Y is moving, but not moving when X is moving. That seems all okay. Yeah, I fear it's the correct part. I mean, just for reference. There we have the crack. Now, I'm not sure if this was there before. I did not notice it, so it's most likely new. And this might be the issue we are looking at. Because the rails are all fixed. It can't be something with the belts because they would show up on X and Y. And X seems perfect. So it most likely is this. Although there's not like any movement if I push it. Let's try one more time. Let's try one more time X, Y. Let me quickly delete the files. Okay, let me put it down. And then we do the same again. So we home, and then we calibrate Y only. Let's see. Otherwise, we have a topic for our next stream, which is disassemble it again and check everything again and replace the broken part. Do you lock your top head for printing or input shaper? No, I never lock it. I never touch the cam locks. I think the only reason why there's the lock is because there's two head heights, right? There's like the 15mm and the 10mm. And for 10mm, it can happen that the bolt tube pushes the head open. That's why the lock is there, as far as I know. Let's see. But yeah, no matter how it goes now, let's print our mini Voron cube and just see how it looks. But yeah, before I had MZV on both, I think. And we can quickly check. Although now it is input shaper EI. I had EI on Y, so it was not perfect. But now we have 2 hump EI, so it's worse than before. Almost there. Oh God, I showed the wrong graph. Oh, it looks the same. Okay. Okay, let me quickly generate the chart. Okay. It's the old one. Just quickly double check. So this one is the right one. Yeah, so there's still this massive hump here. And you see like the purple one is X, Y, Z. So basically in all three, it goes up here. You see green. So something's loose here. And this causes massive spike. And because we have the 2 spikes, we have the 2 hump EI recommended, because this one, that is the red line here, has a very wide suppressing range. So here's something loose. Can you listen for shaking at that frequency? Yeah, I could, but I think it's better to just replace the part that has a crack, because like all the screws are tightened. All the screws are tightened. All the screws we loosened are tightened. Let's put it like this. The only thing we can double check the panel screws, but then they would also show up on the X. It doesn't show up on X. So it must be something that's directly linked to the Y-axis. And that's why I have this like split part here. As a suspect, because for X this doesn't move. The basically the XY joint here split, and for X it doesn't move. Yeah, it's all fine. Because like we checked all the screws of the rails, and there's nothing more that we loosened. Like these are all fixed, these are fixed, So nothing we touched other than that. Now it would be something on the tool head that would definitely show up on X as well. So I'm very, very certain it's this part here. There's a macro we can quickly try. Clipper hold frequency check. I don't know. There's the macro. I think somebody in this thread here linked it. Frequency tester. Yeah, yeah, this was it. So let me quickly copy this file. So this goes in Clippy Extras resonance folder. Let me quickly place it there. It's with underscore, right? Resonance folder.py. Okay, and then we need to place this in our config. No? Okay, I think I placed it in the wrong folder. Yeah, placed in the wrong folder. Okay, copy that again, and then we can try again. Okay. Oh, I should have clicked restart, I think. Okay, now it has it. So let's quickly. Let's quickly home. And then we should be able to do hold resonance. And we want 75. Let's do for 30 seconds. Axis is Y. And we want 75. I definitely hear something. I think it's on this side here. Somewhere here. But We double checked all the screws here. They are all tight. Okay, might be easier. So these are all fine. There's an ambulance outside that like turns on the siren like for 2 seconds, turns it off, turns it on, turns it off. No clue what's going on there. No, sorry, a bit distracted. Yeah, but like, there's everything tight. I can't imagine what else it could be here. Like all the belts are fine. Let's quickly try again. Yeah, it's all fine. But then it doesn't seem to be like related to the crack. Yeah, it's a bit difficult to tell. With the bigger printer, it's easier. Let's do the following. Let's remove the tool head quickly. Let's quickly wait for that to be done. And then we move it to Y0. Oh, no, it should be the right one. No, it's the wrong one. No, it's the wrong one. Okay, let's just kind of like remove that. Nobody needs a tool head anyway. Let's try again. Oh. So we need Y60. So it's not a tool head. I mean, I definitely hear a sound here. I'm just very uncertain from where it comes. So I'm wondering if because the beam doesn't have any play like in this orientation basically compared to the original one. I wonder if that causes some issues. But I guess yeah, even if I completely loosen all the screws, the sound doesn't change. So I don't think that's it. I don't think that's any of the screws. Hmm. Let me quickly try a different frequency. So if I have, let's say like 50, 60. I think it's just the motors, to be honest, that I hear. Otherwise, then is it me or that part looks banged? Which part looks banged? Like the x-axis is bent forward. I don't know. For me, it looks straight. Might be the camera. Might be the camera. Like this is all perfectly straight. Perfectly racked, perfectly straight. The belt route is fine. We don't have any issue on X. If it would be the belt route, it would be on X and Y, but we only have it on X. So only on Y. So it must be something related to the linear rails or something like that. But yeah, let's print our mini Warren cube. Let's just accept the input shaper as it is for now. And just check that it's printing. Oh, I removed the screw. And then let's do just a follow up where we fix the part here that's broken. I'm still semi-convinced that that is the cause. Mm, yeah, I think that's the best course of action because I don't think we're gonna find the issue now on stream. That is usually quite a process to find issues like that. Okay, let's quickly do one run again of the input shaper, save the results, whatever it is, and print our Warren cube. I got my ender working. This printer is now beast, but print quality is sometimes good, sometimes bad, even with input shaper. Can't figure out what's the difference. Well, yeah. Sometimes you have like really annoying issues. I had for a really long time issues on my Switchfire, where like I had very nice stacked layers on one side of the bed, but on the other side of the bed I had very badly stacked layers. And it took me quite a while to figure out that it was the Bowden tube causing the issue. It's just trial and error. Same with this. Something is wrong. What? No clue. You just need to try and see what happens. Just change something, observe. If it's something, sometimes not working, and sometimes it is working. That's the worst, because it's really hard to like troubleshoot. So what I would do, like, or what I usually do in situations like that, if it's a print quality issue, always start with like the most simple print. Start with a square without infill, just like 4 walls, and you can see some stuff there. Then try a circle without infill, just like 1 or 2 walls. And then like with these like very simple geometries, like usually print issues are much more obvious. Um, if you have like a complex object, every layer is different. And then because every layer is different, like issues tend to shift. So let's say, for example, you have like issue with your extruder, and every, I don't know, every 1 centimeter extrusion, something odd happens. If you have like a circle, you will have like a very nice like pattern of the issue. But if you have like something like a Voron cube or something like more complicated, it will always shift. So it's much more difficult to figure out. So it's always my first go-to if you have print issues, most basic shape ever, and then get more complex. And then sometimes also worth like just trying to print the same thing in different positions on the pad. So for example, like if you print on the center, doesn't work, left center, right center, front, back. That also sometimes change stuff. Mm, okay, let's see. X is calibrated. Was not a very successful evening. So now I went from a perfectly working printer to like a not perfectly working printer. Although, to be fair, the issue could have existed before because I did not do an input shaper calibration before. I don't know. Maybe it just now shows up because we do the input shaper. So I really, really should have done an input shaper before we started. But I didn't hear the issue now. Because like at 75, we just passed 75. At 75, we had the second peak. And there was no like noticeable sound now. I think it's doing Y right now. I don't, not sure. Let's quickly check what it says when it's done. Hmm. It's not like print issues, like the quality is not what I accept. Yeah, yeah, print issues, quality issues. That's what I mean. Like if you have also bad quality, for example, layer stacking or something, um, always try simple shapes. And then just see what triggers the issue. Like if you get a very simple example where you repeatedly can trigger the issue or cause the issue, it's very easy to troubleshoot. So it's always like for me, step one, oh, is to find easy print that you can repeat where you see the issue. Because then you can basically change stuff on a printer and can observe like by just repeating the print if that changed something. So usually what I do is like I have a sheet of paper, and then I put like do like a baseline print, put it in the top corner and just write baseline. And then I change something on the printer where I like think that could have an influence. Then I redo the print and I just note between like basically I just say what I changed, put it on the paper, see if it changed something. If not, I change something else, note down what it changed, put it on the paper. Then you basically have like a history of what you did. And then you also have the prints to document how it changed. And then you can very systematically try to approach these issues. Because there are so many variables on a printer that if you troubleshoot like a very abstract issue, like layer stacking is bad. Oh, interesting. We didn't have the door now. I'm not sure if the door was the issue. But we are back at EI with the Y. So that is kind of where we started, which is good. But yeah, that's for me always like I try to have like some like a very systematic approach to troubleshooting these issues. Because if you just say like, oh, it's bad, and then you change something and you just keep printing your normal prints, you will never figure out what the issue is. It's really difficult to do that without having like a repeatable sample. So we have very bad accelerations, but we have EI. I mean, X is amazing with 17,000, but Y is EI with 3,400, and they're all quite bad. So I would still say something is not quite right. But for now, let's just accept. Let's do our mini Voron cube. And just the thing again. Like I really have to update my Orca now. Voron cube. Let's do the mini version. That's so funny. That's repeatable. Like I reopen the project, I slice it again, and then I click print, and then the pop-up comes, and then it starts printing. So it did upload it after all. Okay. I'll make a note for myself to like really update Orca. Okay, we'll have to wait a bit. And then let's do like a second stream V0. Oh no, the cable is still the stupid like wire is still there. That's okay. So I want to fix the LDs, and I kind of want to replace this whole strip here, the whole LD strip, with one of these. So if you go to AliExpress, 5 volts. One of these. I mean, that's not the real price, of course, because I'm not logged in. But no, that's not what I want. Yeah, so these basically have a lot more LDs. Like this is basically what we have at the moment. And these have like a lot more LDs, and the light's already like very like diffused. So with the diffuser we have on top, this should be like much nicer because now you see like the individual dots. And with these, it's just like one line. So I think that would be much nicer. And let me actually, after the stream, I'll just order like I'll look for RGBW. That's one thing I want, RGBW. And then let's just install that as well. What when I search that? Yeah, okay, there are too many. I'll look up good ones and then we'll order. Yeah, and then we also replace this broken part. Even with a small bed, it takes quite a while to heat up. But yeah, so while we're waiting, let's do a little bit of like channel update stuff, I guess. So basically this will be the last stream in this location. Next week and the week after, I'm not gonna stream for sure. Because I'm in the middle of moving. Like we already didn't have a soldering iron today because it was already moved to a new place. So the next 2 weeks, no stream for sure. Very, very optimistically the week after, which is like, wait, what's the calendar? Yeah, let's look at a picture of a calendar. So we are now here. So 29 November for sure, no stream. 6th of December for sure, no stream. 13 maybe, need to see. Then the problem comes from 18 till 30. I'm not here. So I'm visiting my parents. I'm also gone. So realistically, we will just skip all the way to 3rd of January, which kind of sucks. So it would be like solid 4 weeks without stream. But yeah, I'll try to make the 13th work. That we have like maybe like a follow-up B0 stream on the 13th in a new location. Unless everything goes horribly wrong, that should be doable. So then we have 2 weeks no stream, then another 2 weeks no stream, and then we are back to the normal schedule of every Friday, 6:30 p.m. Yeah, like the year's kind of over. Yeah, it's like 29 skips. Yeah, so 13 is the only option. Maybe I could do something in this week here, depends a bit. Maybe I do something on 18 or something. But yeah, my new place, I have a better setup for streaming actually. I have like workbench height table that is fixed to the wall, so it's not as wobbly as this one. So you should be able to run Input Shaper on the table, which was like massive improvement for me. Yeah, it's also like a bit nicer setup. So hope it will be cool. 87, 88, almost there. Let's see, 93. It's not. That's the only thing with ABS, like the bed takes forever to heat up. Oh, we also on the switch wire, we also still have to do the LEDs. And let me also like order extra for the switch wire, because on the switch wire, the bad like the bottom panel LEDs we didn't connect yet again. I still didn't figure out how much LEDs that connector can handle. But then also there, let's just redo that and make it nice with the LEDs without the spots. And we have like both printers fully upgraded with the latest LED technology. And then maybe for the switch wire, we also have like on top the lights that illuminate the bed. I might consider switching them out for something like that too. Because the one I have at the moment are like warm white, and it's like not super nice. Like I prefer like the natural cold white. for printers. That would be like a good reason to also swap them out on the top, and then we can also have like RGB illuminated bed. RGB all the way. Here we go. Firstly, we could have also like adjusted the Z. One thing, but also like there's no material coming. Check what's up with that. Yeah, it seems fine. Let's quickly do like a pro Z offset just Z offset calibrate. I never get that straight. Now quickly check. We don't have probe, we have Z offset adjust, I think. No. What is that command? It's not probe calibrate, I don't have a probe. Is it embed leveling? Z and stop calibrate. Hi. Okay, here we go. Let's quickly cancel the print, but let's keep the bed at 100. It's home. Do I have a piece of paper? That will be a challenge. I have sandpaper. Ah, paper. Okay, here we go. I need to move the camera up a bit, because otherwise I'm not seeing what I'm doing. Remove the ADXL cable, that's true. We can do that. Yep. Actually quite good. Let's try that and then see how it prints. And let's also remove the ADXL cable as Steve suggested. And this basically just goes out the back. It's like somewhat cleaned up. Accept. And let's quickly print it again. No, that did not work out. Yeah, Canvas is coming. The belt wrapped on the cable now. Here we go. Oh, it's still way too high. No, it's way too low. Cool. Why did my paper test fail so miserably? Oh well. Ah, shit. Now we have it burned in. Ah. Let's quickly check if we go to 10. Yeah, let's try again. Let's see. No clue why I was like so far off now. I did accept the paper result, right? I feel like there's also something wrong with my start routine. It doesn't pull the filament in. Didn't see the restart. True. Not sure what it did there. Yeah, no, it looks okay. Yeah, still a bit high. I mean, it's also maybe the best model to calibrate that. Let's try one more. I really feel like it's not pulling enough filament on the beginning of the print. Like when it pauses, it like puts up or like retracts quite a bit, and seemingly doesn't in like extrude enough in the beginning. Never noticed that issue. Maybe it only happens when you cancel prints. Yeah, I have to calibrate the Z offset. But this looks serviceable for now. Our mini Voron cube. Make sure to save that. The thing is basically solid because I still have like 4 perimeters. It would be like a nice like how's it called, like the keychain hanger. That would be quite cool. Oh, it still prints, so that's a good thing. Because this will need to do a little bit of work for my apartment, I think. I need a couple of technical things to be printed. The Switchwire already pumped out some larger parts, some covers and stuff like that. And the Switchwire is printing really nice now, actually. Like, I mean, not because of 48 volts, but it just prints like really nice. And large parts are really quick because the 0.6mm nozzle. Like I printed like a panel in this size, like 20 by 20 centimeters, and I printed it out like in an hour. It was like 5mm thick with like a 10mm brim. So it's quite a significant part, I would say. Maybe like 60 grams, 60, 70 grams of filament, and just pumped out an hour with all the things. So it was really nice. It's perfect for these like larger items. I guess it's kind of okay. Like I don't see any like excessive ringing or something. I'm still a bit on the fence for the canvas conversion. I kind of consider swapping out the main board to the same micro. This one here. Like, firstly, it's dirt cheap. And secondly, it already has the canvas adapter like built in. So it would actually be quite nice to have that. Because then you don't have like extra device in there, and it's actually smaller than the main board that's currently in there, the SKR Pico. And it's not a significant investment because it is so cheap. You get it for like 21 to 25 euros. So I'm really considering that. I really like this board. Now we could have like a very compact setup. We could also remove the board on top then, that the specific LDO board, because all it does is like powering that one. Which is still, oh no, it also powers the Pi. So maybe, and it has some RGB. So maybe we just leave it in for that. But yeah, it powers the Pi. That's the only thing it really does. And it controls the left and right RGB, which I mean is nice. Yeah, but then would be like quite a neat setup. Yeah, it's 100% solid. There's no infill. Actually, it's quite cute. How is that? I saw it on some video. Like, there's this like it was like on some rapper festival or something. It was not a 0.2. It was like a 5 by 5 centimeter print area. No, 4 by 4. So it exactly had the print area to print a Voron cube. That was the only thing it could print basically. It was like a V0, but basically like tiny. It was actually quite funny. Five minutes ago. I like the looks of the beam. I don't think it does anything besides making my input shaper worse, I guess. Three minutes. I mean, so far it looks good. Like I don't see any ringing, but it's also like it's a very like small object, so I don't think you would see like a lot of ringing because the distances are just like that small. It looks like a very good cube. And the last minute is running. I don't think you can learn a lot from that cube, but it's kind of cute. Let's see. I really like printing hollow Warren cubes by now. They print really fast, like if without infill and without the top layer. But you can already learn like a lot from regarding ringing and stuff like that. So it's maybe also something for next stream. We just print a hollow one. It takes the same time than this one. I think you can learn a bit more from the proper size. That should be the last layer. Oh, one more. Okay. Yeah, this is the last one. Cool. There you go. Well, the Z offset, let's not talk about that. Focus. That is horrible. I need to adjust that. Besides that, like the first layers are like completely screwed up because of that. Besides that, it looks like a cute little Voron cube. So that's quite good. It's crazy. It's still too far off. Like I moved down a lot now already. Cool. I guess I would use it as a jump off point. We have our mini cube. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I would call this like semi successful. Like we did something, but in the end, like not much changed. There's a pattern in my streams by now. Like also 48 volts. Like we did something, it didn't change a lot. But yeah, then as mentioned, like next 2 weeks for sure, no streams. Then I tried to do the 13th. And yeah, enjoy your weekend and see you in 2 weeks. Bye.